Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys, welcome back and happy Wednesday, guys. We are back to talk about Jax Taylor, Vanderpump Rules, the Ballet crossover, and Lala Kent is addressing her former assistant, Jess Walters' latest podcast. Now, I agree with God, I always forget his name. I'm not even gonna try to butcher his name, but he said this is a nothing burger. And I did agree with it. I watched and listened to the podcast, and I'm like, she was talking in circles. And the problem is that you can tell that the girl is clearly under an NDA. So when you're under an NDA, you better be really fucking careful because people always say, like, well, even if it's an NDA, like, what am I going to sue them for? It doesn't matter. If she did sign an ironclad NDA with Lala and she does start talking about Lala, even if Jess has nothing for Lala to take, Lala can definitely make her life a living hell. But we're going to break into all of it. Before we do, if you guys have not, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let's start with the Jax Taylor of it all, shall we? Okay. So, thank you to Reality Blurb. Jax Taylor. He claimed that he pitched the ballet and helped create the cast. He also claimed Lisa Vanderpump has no part of it, despite her producer credit, and he keep Lala and Sheena off the show. Now, a lot of people have asked me this multiple times. Why would Lisa have a producer credit on a show that she has no part of? Well, what I'm guessing, because I have another friend who is on Bravo, who is in a similar role. What I'm guessing is what was worked into the contracts from the beginning was if you guys go off at any point in the future and you write books, you get spinoffs, whatever the case is, she either takes a percentage of it, or if it's a TV show, she gets a credit for it. Doesn't mean that she has to be incorporated into it. And I don't think she's incorporated into it. I don't think that she cares. I don't think that she cares what's happening with the ballet. I don't think that she cares what's happening with Jax Taylor. I don't think that Lisa even is like, it's not even on her radar because she has 5 million other things going on. I think that this was worked into a contract to give her that producer credit, which also secures some sort of paycheck for her. And that's it. It's just like a matter of logistics. You know what I mean? But hold on. Back to it. In 2020, Jax was fired from Vanderpump Rules, and 4 years later, he popped up on The Valley, a new spinoff centered around parents raising their kids in the suburbs. But Jax and Kristen are full-time cast members, and their former co-stars, Lala and Sheena, are expected to film as guests after their recent firings from the original show. He said, "So this is how it all went down," with a photo of himself with Alex Baskin. "About 2 years after my departure from Vanderpump, I decided it was time to come back to TV, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Now, during the 2 year break during the pandemic, I also came back to my main idea that we talked about years prior with Stassi, Brittany, and Kristen. What if we do a show in the Valley, dealing with our lives after Vanderpump? Meaning starting families, getting married, living in the suburbs, and so on, and dealing with more issues that I think the audience could relate to. So one very cold evening, I told the girls, and I decided to meet Alex at a hotel. We both love Hotel Amarano, and I wanted to pitch him this idea. And after a 3 hour conversation, he more or less gave us, my manager and I, who is also an executive producer, the green light to write up a deck or hard pitch. He also shared the photo from November 11th, 2021. He said Ryan and I were putting a show cast together at one of our favorite spots, Casa Vega restaurant. And Jack said the work that they put into it was insane. But we also learned a lot about what it takes and how hard it is to start a successful show. And now it's 2025 and we have season 2 of The Valley on the horizon. Yeah. All right. In the comments, he responded to a fan who said The Valley is Jax's show, even though Lisa produces it. And he said, it's a spinoff, so she will always get a credit. That's how TV works. She has no part of the show. Another fan told Jax to keep Lala and Sheena off the show. And he said, I think that Lala and Sheena are amazing at what they do. To be honest, we are keeping the same formula as Vanderpump, trying to make sure that the show is as authentic as possible. And if that means having episodes with cast members from the past and present, so be it. That's the beauty of keeping Vanderpump in the Valley alive for the fans that enjoy the show. But a different user questioned if the idea for the Valley was created long before this and was meant to start after Stassi's wedding. And Jack said, unfortunately, at that time, it was just talk, but nothing came of it until later. So what that person is referring to is, getting back to it, originally, I know most of you guys know this, but if you don't, I'll keep this super brief. Originally, they were going to film Stassi's wedding for Vanderpump Rules, and that filming of the wedding was going to segue into the Valley. That was the purpose of it, sort of like how they segued Real Housewives of Beverly Hills seamlessly. They transitioned into Vanderpump Rules. They were going to do the same thing into the Valley, and then they were going to incorporate more people from Tom Tom, a newer crew from Sir. It was all going to be seamless, and then boom, the pandemic happened, and then boom, so many of the cast members got fired, and then bam, everything. It was like they took the concept, they took it outside, and they're like, gone, done. It ain't gonna happen no more. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Like that, not happening. See? I thought I needed espresso, but I don't think I do. I think that I'm like pretty. I got it. Okay. Anyways, so now with that, he addressed all of the questions, the burning questions that were in our heads. But yeah, I knew I was pretty on par with the whole Lisa Vanderpump being an executive producer of it all. Now, with that, going back over to the Lala Kent situation, her assistant, like I said at the beginning, her assistant ended up doing her new podcast, Date My, I think it's semicolon or colon line underscores podcast. And it's with her, and she's talking about how she loved the job, how she wanted to grow within the job. But unfortunately, while she was growing within the job, they didn't see eye to eye on things, and it hurts her feelings. And she wishes that things could have went different, blah, 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 blah. And how that is not a part of her life anymore. Well, obviously, Lala Kent was going to get wind of it. I don't believe everything that Lala says in this video, and I don't have to. And I know that I know Lala, so I know that she's like, I don't give a shit if you believe it or not. That's fine. I don't. And I don't give a shit if she gives a shit, just to be clear. But this is what she said. Let's play the clip, shall we? Thank you to Taste of Reality.
Okay. So a lot of people are asking about my old assistant. Did you see Jess dropped her new podcast? I did not know that she dropped her podcast. And no, I have not listened. And I don't know how she is describing me. I think she and I both know how it went down, and I will always have so much love for her. She was a huge part of my life. And we did become very close, but at the end of the day, she was my employee first and foremost, and she felt that she no longer got what she needed out of this job. And I encourage anybody who looks at their life and says this piece is not working or I'm not fulfilled anymore, make a change. We all have that right. And it sounds like her podcast came out, and I wish it nothing but all the success in the world. And I truly mean that. Oh,
okay. All right. Well, there you go. Do I agree or believe that? I don't believe that. But I think that was a nice way, and it's way better than her coming on and slamming Jess. So I love you guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Love you.